What's going on, L&M family? Jesse here. Got another sweet episode for you. This one is with Miss Lisa Payan. She's a mother, licensed plumber, owner-operator of Mastermind Plumbing. She's got it going on. Renee did not join us because we rescheduled our typical recording time because Lisa and I were hanging out at the Trades Discovery Day at the Boys and Girls Club here in San Antonio, which was an amazing event. We got to do a whole lot more of that. So it's just Lisa and I, which is pretty cool. That means I got most of the attention. I didn't have to split it with Renee. And as we were talking, Lisa talks to us about how she shifted her career from being an accountant, having gone to school, got the degree, and was working as an accountant, and made the shift to plumbing. It is an inspiring story. Maybe someday there'll be a Disney movie about it. And when you get a chance, you're going to want to check out the YouTube version of this podcast so that you can see her light up when she talks about the joy and fulfillment she gets from helping others through the plumbing trade, alleviating the pain of other people that she did not anticipate having, just simply doing plumbing. Oh, and I need to make this request. I need y'all to pay extra close attention to her thoughts around what it's like to be a plumber with the superpower of womanhood. We've come a long way, but we have such a long damn way to go. And she shared a story about dealing with the client that was less than awesome. There's plenty of women out there in our industry that are doing the right thing and being courageous and putting themselves out there. And because we can't get past ourselves, they have an extra burden to carry, and that is not okay. So we need to step it up, people. Come on, baby. We could do it. We got to give a shout out to our patrons out there that are contributing to the effort. And remind y'all that you can sign up at patreon.com/learnings and missteps. Signing up for any level is going to get you access to the backstage pass, baby. And if you sign up for like the higher tiers, you're going to get access to other exclusive content. We love your support. So we're going to go ahead and just jump on into the episode. What's going on, L&M family? I got Miss Lisa Payan with Mastermind Plumbing here. Lisa,
That's
how
me.
are you?
I'm doing great. Today was
Yeah?
a really good day.
Why?
So
What was
super
great
hyped.
about it? Yeah? What are you so hyped about?
Well, the fact that there's like-minded people like myself in the trades that want to do whatever it takes to bring youth in the trades, and anyone for that matter, into the trades.
Yes,
So being surrounded by like-minded people gets me energized.
So where exactly were you surrounded by all these like-minded superstars?
So today I volunteered with Alamo Trades Club. Alamo Trades Club is a fairly new club in San Antonio, founded by Justin Beard, VP of TD Industries, and another gentleman by the name of Robert, I'm not too sure. They partner up with Boys and Girls Club of America in San Antonio. And today's event was held over in the west side, the heart of San Antonio, at the Calderon location. And so boys and girls from all over San Antonio came and were able to have hands-on experience in so many trades today.
Oh, it was awesome. So I thanks to you, Lisa. Thank you for letting me know. I just crashed the party today.
It was perfect, though.
It was awesome.
It was perfect.
Got to see kids soldering copper, screwing drywall, signaling a crane, pulling a air handler lift unit off of a flatbed onto the street, like carpentry, just
electrical, woodworking, hammer drilling. Yeah. I mean, everything. Scaffold.
Painters. There was painters. There was scaffolding. Man, you're right. I'm like
Framing, drywall. There's so many stations. We'd be here all day if we wanted to talk about every one of them.
yes, yes, and you're right. Like I didn't want to leave, and then I left, and my brain was like, I got to do this, like super, super excited. Got to hear you speak. I'm probably gonna cut your speech that you gave today into this video, so just giving you a heads up. It'll be probably on the front end because it was a beautiful talk to those students out there.
It was short and sweet, and I've done this event a couple of times at the Boys and Girls Club. Probably, oh my goodness, I want to say this is not the third or fourth time already.
Okay.
In the past 2 years that I've done an event like this or at the Boys and Girls Club. And so you only can say so much before you start losing the interest of, young minds, if they're not hands-on.
Yes, yes. So with all of that, what should the L&M family know about you, Lisa?
Well, I am a college graduate of A&M San Antonio. I was born and raised here in San Antonio, Burbank High School, Bulldogs, whoop, whoop. And I graduated A&M with a degree in accounting. Yeah. And my thing was not to go into debt, but to graduate with a bachelor's degree. So what I did was I found the cheapest university in San Antonio at the time, and that was A&M. And they only had 3 degrees available. And those degrees were to become a PE teacher, to become an accountant, or to work in IT.
Huh.
And so I rolled the dice and I said, let's do accounting, with no idea what I was getting myself into. But it sounded like a great opportunity at the time.
Yeah, of course.
Graduated, got myself an accounting job, and I thought, I do not like sitting at a desk anymore. I've done this for so many years.
Yep.
Not only, through elementary, middle, high school, and then, went to the community college, went to the university. And then you go work and you sit in a cubicle staring at a screen.
Is that fun?
Not at all.
I don't think the amount of energy and passion that you live with, I think maybe a cubicle not the best spot for you.
Definitely not. Well, I did know through high school, they give you tests, and for me, it always came back with you're the person that loves to help people. Right? They do the self-test, the counselors do, and they're like, you'd be a great nurse or counselor because you love to help people. And I thought, that's a great idea. Let me join the Army.
Okay.
Because I had been in JROTC for 4 years, and they said, you can come in as an E3, you can get paid some more money. The only bad part is we're not taking any nursing students for probably another 9 months, or I don't even remember. It's been so long. I thought, I'm not going to wait that long to start my career.
Yeah.
So I just went to community college. But yeah, I had a great opportunity at one point in my life to make a change.
Okay.
Because, well, my husband is a master plumber. He's been teaching plumbing. And I thought, well, let's do this.
So how did that happen? Like you got a college degree, you're an accountant, you got your family, your husband, Mauricio, he's a master plumber. He's done a lot for the community, like the construction community. And like, was it just at dinner? Like, hey, let's start a business. Like,
what happened was that I got pregnant with baby number 3 while I was working in the accounting field, working 50 plus hours, plus commuting an hour to work and an hour from work. So I was gone from the home more than 60 hours a week.
Yikes.
And then after having baby number 3, I said, oh my goodness, how am I affording this? Working, paying after school care for my number 1 and number 2, plus paying for a brand new baby at a daycare. I was left with pennies. right after you have car payment and the bills. And because I'm getting home at after 6 p.m., takeout was probably on the dinner table more times than a homemade meal. So I quit.
I just said, a big leap.
So unhappy. I am unhappy sitting at a desk in a cubicle, staring outside the window, craving for outdoor work.
Yeah.
So I quit.
Uh-oh. What did hubby say?
He said, go for it, quit.
Nice.
We're good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a plumber.
Yeah.
He makes good money.
Oh, yeah.
And we're comfortable. Especially I'm taking away daycare and 2 after-school payments. We're very comfortable.
Oh, so it was like, now you're winning again.
Yeah. Why didn't I do this sooner?
Yep.
And then I got a little bored. Oh, no. Between that, I quit and then I got pregnant again. So baby number 4 came, daughter number 4.
Yeah.
Stayed at home. And then I got bored. And I said, let's move to Colombia, South America, where you're from. And he said, you're really crazy and you're really bored.
I remember this. I remember the move. Like, what? That sounds crazy and awesome.
All at the same time, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We are. We have 4 daughters. We own a home. We own a rental property. We own, 3 cars. And my husband is a very successful plumber at the company he's working for. Somehow I convinced him, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when you have your mind made up, Lisa, it's gonna happen. Like, that's just the way it is.
So we moved. We rented out our rental property, made sure there was an 18-month contract on it. We rented out our home, made sure there was a year-long contract, sold all our belongings, packed 2 luggages each, and bought 6 one-way tickets to South America.
Okay.
And we lived there for a year, about 10, 11 months.
Okay.
It was pretty amazing. But it was time to come back. We lived in a very small town where there was no fast foods and hardly no outdoor, I guess, activities.
Okay.
Curricular activities, movie theaters, and those kind of things, entertainment.
Okay.
So we came back, we kicked our renters out, and we moved back home. And there is a national platform out on social media called Nextdoor.
Okay.
I'm not too sure if you're familiar with it.
I'm not. What? So
Nextdoor is an app or website that you get on and you promote your businesses, refer tradesmen, you vent and complain about dogs pooping in your yard, your neighbors partying late.
Okay.
This might be great for you, actually.
I wonder. We'll see.
And so on Nextdoor, I had a neighbor needing a simple garbage disposal replacement. So I asked Mauricio, my husband, I said, hey, these neighbors, they need a garbage disposal replacement. Yeah, sure, I'll go help them out. Cool. I put his number. I was like, hey, my husband's a plumber. Give him a call. That was job 1. And then those people turned around, put us on this national platform called Nextdoor in our local area. And everybody who's registered in your area and then some sees that conversation.
Okay.
So when someone else asked for a plumber, they turned around and put Mauricio's phone number.
Okay.
Call him. He just helped us with this exact same job. He's a plumber. He's a licensed plumber.
Okay.
Well, wow. The calls started coming in so hard that he said, I work full time. They cannot be calling me. Put your number on there. You're at home with the 2 little ones all day anyways, and just see what they need. And when I get home, we'll talk about it. See if I can get to it. I said, okay, sounds good. So as the days and weeks go by, the calls are coming, and I'm calling, and he comes home one day and he's like, why did you take this job? I said, it's a plumbing job. Can't you do it all?
Okay. Yeah.
He wasn't too happy, to say the least.
Yeah.
He said, you're saying things that you don't even understand what you're saying.
Okay.
So of course, what I said was, well, then I need to go with you. So I can see what I'm saying and I can understand. And I did. At dinner, he said, okay, get in the truck. Let's go. And so I did. I got in. I remember going to that exact first job.
Yeah.
And it was hand me the channel locks. And I'm like, what? What's
that? Yeah.
And that's it. It kind of snowballed. And the idea for the next couple of weeks are, you need to get your apprentice card if you're going to be out here on the truck helping me on the nights and weekends.
Okay. And
he showed me how to register for my apprentice. I don't even know if he showed me. I think I had to do that on my own.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So he told me what I needed to do, and I went on to the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, and I printed out an application to become an apprentice, and I sent in my $15, and a few weeks later I had this shiny card with red lettering that says Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, qualifies you as plumbing apprentice.
Nice.
And as time went on, here I am. Went last February, got my test date, and I aced the test.
Of course.
And as time goes on, we created this company, Mastermind Plumbing.
Yep.
Where Mauricio is my master plumber. Mm-hmm. And even though he still works for TD Industries, I try to do as many jobs as I can on my own all day.
Okay.
Whether it's day, nights, weekends.
Yep.
Digging ditches, fixing yard leaks, garbage disposals, a few water heaters.
Okay.
Pressure reducing valves, leaks under kitchen sinks, restroom sinks, augering toilets.
Yeah.
Whatever I can get to work.
Yeah.
Without needing a helper or a Mauricio around.
Yeah. So how are you enjoying the work?
Well, to this day, 7+ years later, I still love it. It's become a passion of mine because I get to help people. And who would have thought?
Yep.
I would have loved helping people in this career. Mm-hmm. Right? You would just think, okay, the counselors say you can be a counselor, a social worker, a nurse, that's helping people.
Yeah.
But never did they introduce to me as a female the trades.
Yes. And do you think that's a stinky thing, a good thing, a bad thing?
Probably at that day and time, when you're 18, a female doesn't want to be a plumber.
Sure.
But now, wow.
Yeah.
I enjoy when people call me, and I hate telling people no, I can't get to them because either I don't have time or the manpower or whatever the case might be that I can get to them.
Yep.
And I only have 2 hands. I wish I sometimes had 8 hands so I can, get the job done faster and drive to the next one.
Yeah, of course. And so you talk about that element of helping people. What does it feel like when a customer calls you and says, I got this leak, or they're going to cut my water off, or my gas has been cut off, I don't have hot water. And then you go and you do your job, and now you got them back to normal. What does it feel like when you've served them?
Oh, that's pure joy.
Yeah.
I drive off of that job site, or I drive away from that house, and I thought, oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. The smile that I get from them, and that just sense of satisfaction. Yeah. That I got to help something with someone so simple. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's such as simple as the drippy shower head that they couldn't sleep the past week, right? I kept them up all night. Yep. Something so small, but yet very pleasing.
Yes, yes, you've alleviated pain, and nobody talks about that side of it, right? I mean, I heard you on your speech today. Like when people think of a plumber, they think of a big, heavy, crack, flashing plumber. They don't think of the person that's going to come and give them their sleep back or give them hot water again. Like they don't think about that, but that's exactly what you're doing out there. Now, so in terms of helping people, I know that you do a lot more. One, mother of four, running this business, managing Mauricio, making sure he doesn't get in trouble and get too far out of the lines. Um, but you also do a lot for the community. I've seen some social media posts that you're doing with Lone Star, some kind of apprenticeship thing.
Yes.
What's
So
going on there?
Lone Star Construction Trades Training is a nonprofit organization that is bringing trades training to individuals who are looking for that career change. And there's a lot of people who are 18 and over, 20s, 30s, 40s, who have been in hospitality. They've been working as a busboy, as a mechanic, and all different types of work.
Yep.
And they're ready for change. They're ready for that career path because they've seen either someone they know or they've heard about it and they thought, wow, I can do that. And they want to change. And that's when they call us. We provide training for ages 18 and over.
Nice.
It's a 1-week training, 40 hours, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We have an electrical course right now, and we have a plumbing course.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so it started off with the electrical training, and they just incorporated the plumbing training. And so that's where I come into the picture, and that's where I've been teaching the plumbing courses. The past 2 plumbing courses that I've taught have been over at Family Services off of Rivas Street. It's another large nonprofit in San Antonio that we have partnered with to offer these courses. And in this class, I teach as much as I can.
Yeah.
Everything from very basic primer and gluing PVC, how to cut the lines, how to auger the drain lines, how to solder. I can go on and on and on, right?
Right.
As many fundamentals that I can squeeze into 40 hours, I try my best because I want them to be able to have a very good understanding.
Okay.
Because there's only so much that can be taught in 40 hours.
Of course.
But if I can give a little bit,
right,
a basic range of what can be taught in those 40 hours, and they're getting paid $12 an hour. It's a stipend.
Oh, nice. So they're getting paid.
So they qualify. Yes, they do get paid.
Dang. Okay. So $12 an hour, 40 hours to come and learn and get a taste or a flavor of what that work might be like so that they can maybe make a decision and make that leap, that career change.
Yes. And so the day after, on Friday, when we finish with our training, I try to have employment opportunities, whether it's a staffing company and or plumbing companies. I spend the week before and the week of calling these plumbing companies, asking who's available to take a plumber helper.
Yep.
And we also walk out of there with these students, get to walk out with a plumbing apprenticeship card.
Nice. Okay.
And OSHA 10 training.
I was just going to ask that. So they come out with OSHA 10 certification, certified plumbing apprenticeship card, certified by Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, 40 hours of understanding of the tools, systems, connection methods. And there's tons of employers complaining that there's not enough people out there.
Right.
So employers out there, hello, wake up. They're out there.
They're out there. My first class, by that Friday, I had 2 individuals who had work.
Nice.
And by the following week, 2 more individuals had work. And as the days have rolled over and the weeks have gone by, they've called me that they've gotten work and they've kept in touch. Wow. And as well as my second class, before the week is over, there's always one or two students who are super eager, and they're asking questions on day one. I said, call this company. You want to start work this following Monday? Call them right now.
Yes.
And
yes.
if they're gung-ho and they're driven and they're ready, they're getting hired before Friday.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's take a trip back down memory lane. When you were the Fighting Falcon at Lowell Middle School, what kind of, at that time, where did you think you were going to be spending your time in terms of a career?
Probably a nurse or a social worker, because that's all I was told.
So the people around you, the adults around you were saying, this is what you should do. This is probably best for you. And you're saying, okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Even now looking back, would you have ever guessed that you would be a plumber, and not just a plumber, but running a business, contributing to the community and exposing people to careers in the trades?
No way, no how, not in a million years.
It just happened. You posted on an app, you saw something on an app and went and fixed a garbage disposal, and then boom.
And boom, life has blown up. It snowballed. The snowball effect, this is the snowball effect.
So I have a theory, and I've been living my life by that for a long time now. But you've known me for a long time, and for a very long time I was running wild, spinning my wheels, wasting the talent that I've been blessed with. But when I finally started getting it together, I discovered, like, I used to have this really long career path and how I'm going to scale the ladder and optimize my earning capacity. And then I shifted and said, you know what? The next two steps in front of me are pretty damn clear. And I'm going to take those two steps, provided I can share my skills and talents to help other people. And since I started doing that, my life has transformed dramatically. And the places that I'm in, the people that I get to meet, the experiences that I get to have, 5 years ago, there was no way that I could have predicted that I'm doing what I'm doing. I got a podcast now, right?
Right.
Does it feel like that to you, this snowball thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And not until I really kind of turned around and figured, who else can I help behind me?
Yes. I started
to feel like, wow, life is great. Like, life is good. Because really, honestly, I could blow this thing up. The marketing on a female-owned, operated plumbing company.
Oh God, yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I know I can do it.
Yep.
But I still have two young daughters. They're 9 and 10, and even my 16-year-old. I feel like they're still my priority at this time in my life.
Of course.
And when you have a business, not just a small business, but when you start to go medium, where you start to have a larger manpower, company trucks, that's definitely going to take life and time away from my personal life.
Yes.
And I'm not ready for that. So as much as I know my snowball can become an empire.
Yes. Yes.
And I can grow. And I've been given so many opportunities.
Yeah, I bet.
Probably the past 2 years since I've had my license, the opportunities have been coming to me plentiful.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm very blessed, but I'm not ready to take that step.
Good. I'm going to say this. The fact that you're giving back and helping other people, that's the secret. That's the magic sauce behind this empire it's coming whether you like it or not. You probably know that already. Mm-hmm. And so you're just metering it, engaging it so that you can be there for your daughters. But for me, for sure, when I take my focus off of serving others, that snowball turns into a damn nightmare.
Yes.
But when I'm focused on sharing my gifts and talents and working towards becoming the promise I'm intended to be, it's gravy, baby. It's just, let's just keep on going. I can pick and choose, make a decision, say no, and feel good about it and still be contributing back to the people I care about, to my community, to the people that need help. And so with that in mind, you got four little girls. Well, they're not all little. How are you helping them understand the value of giving back?
Good question. My oldest, my 21-year-old, she has the heart of a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, beautiful.
She's super sweet and definitely does her part without, you don't have to say anything, right? She was just born
that way.
Yeah. Then my 16-year-old, my 21-year-old wants nothing to do in the plumbing industry.
Yeah.
Typical firstborn.
Yep.
My 16-year-old does have her apprentice card.
Oh, well, yes. Okay.
And she, the first one also did come do work with me.
Mm-hmm.
Work with us, not very willing.
Under duress, that's okay.
But the biggest impact she had was when we first started off. She was here making dinner, making sure the little ones did their homework and got to bed, and that probably was the biggest stepping stone.
Yeah.
Taking more work.
Yeah. Okay.
Credit due to her on that end, because I would not have been able to be out there nights and weekends learning on the job with my master plumber had it not been for her helping us out.
At home with the family, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Good for her. Yeah.
And so then my 16-year-old now has her apprentice card. She's had it since she turned 16, almost going on a year. And she does enjoy coming out and working. And I step back and say, okay, get to it. You know, shower cartridges, very basic, right? Replace a kitchen sink, garbage disposal. There's a leak in the yard. She came to my first plumbing class all week long.
Okay.
So at 16, she's demonstrating to 30 and 40-year-olds.
Wow.
How to plumb.
That's amazing.
How to hold a pair of channel locks, how to hold a crescent wrench, and how to build a toilet tank, replace parts. So that was pretty awesome to have her there. And even though she says she doesn't want to be a plumber, understanding and learning how tools work and how to help other people in itself.
Yes.
And my 21 and my 16-year-old both have friends and coworkers that say, hey, I have this plumbing problem. What do I do? And they help them.
Wow.
They're like, let me call my mom right quick. Let's call her on a three-way, on a conference call, and let's talk to them.
Yeah.
I've done lots of work for their elementary, middle, and high school teachers, administrators, librarians.
Yeah.
Because they're there passing around our business cards.
Of course. Oh,
and
that's
our
amazing.
Two little ones as well. They're there with us working. I said, the lights aren't free and dinner isn't free, so get to work. Here's the shovel.
Yep. Yes.
And they don't complain. They just get their jeans and boots and a Mastermind Plumbing t-shirt, and it's time to go to work. They just, we're not, as you can only imagine, we're not a family that sits at home and plays video games.
That is very clear. That's coming across loud and clear. And, I applaud you, Lisa, because I know a lot of people in the industry, including my dad, that the last thing they wanted their kids to do was enter the construction industry. And it feels to me like you're approaching it differently with your girls, like saying, hey, this is an option and it's a viable option. How accurate is that?
True. It's not something that is still norm.
Right.
It's still very abnormal.
Sure.
In a lot of people's eyes. For instance, when someone calls me and I say, okay, I will be there, they say, whoa, wait, you're the one coming? I say, well, yes, I'm a licensed plumber.
Yeah.
And they'll hesitate. They just say, okay.
Because you're a woman.
Right. And where I've had times where I show up to a knock on someone's door and I get no handshake or no eye contact. majority of the times it's a older male. It might be some sort of why, out of all the people who could have showed up on our front door, it's a female plumber,
Yep.
The machismo effect.
Yep. Oh, yes. We suffer from that in so many different ways, but you still power through it.
Of course.
So what kind of recommendation would you give to other women in the trades that are building their business? And there's no doubt in my mind, it don't matter what state they're in or what city they're in, that they're dealing with the same BS. What would you recommend to them?
Smile and do a really good job.
Okay, it's that easy, huh?
Why not? Why make it complicated?
Yeah. And so after you deliver and do that good job, how do they change their attitude with you?
Majority of the time, yes.
Yeah.
My best story is one of these. I'm working in a very high profile house in San Antonio about a year ago or so. And I was working inside the home and I was done. I just had to turn the water back on and go inside and test. So the homeowner, older male, I said, okay, sir, I'm done. Job is done. I'm going to go ahead and turn the water back on. We're good to go. He follows me outside with his checkbook.
Okay.
As I'm on the curb with my water key, turning the water meter back open, there's two older ladies walking their dog early morning.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's writing his check so he can pay me.
Yeah.
And the lady stopped and they're like, is she working, sir? I guess they were neighbors or something.
Sure.
Yeah, she's the plumber. She's done already though. And they were two older ladies and they laughed. And the only thing they said was, wow, talk about a sign of the times.
Wow.
And I'll never forget them laughing. They were just, here you
That's
have
meaningful.
this home, who knows what the guy did? I don't know. They had a very expensive luxury cars in the driveway and they had a very expensive house. And here they are, I'm on my knees and the guy's paying me, but thinking, wow, that is a sign of the times.
It is. It absolutely is a sign of the times. Progression, empowerment, and we've made strides, but we still have such a long way to go.
Unfortunately, there's still a lot of individuals who don't welcome. And I've had that, unfortunately, here in the city with city inspectors, with other professionals in the trade who still have a hard time accepting females in the plumbing trade.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably a little bit more 80-20. I probably get a good 80% of some really positive feedback.
Yep.
And that very small percentage who still have a hard time with it, just got to move forward.
Yeah. And they're going to have to get used to it because it's coming, brother. It's coming.
Yeah. I have a female friend. She's a female master plumber in San Antonio. She's med gas as well.
Nice.
She's working for Saytex Plumbing right now for Robert Gonzalez.
Okay.
And she's a power horse. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Backflow certified. She can operate any machinery. She just worked at a hospital running all the med gas.
Wow.
She's a power horse. She's making headways as well.
Nice. Well, I know you are a fantastic representation of the industry, of women, of Southsiders, right? Fellow Southsider on the call, mothers. I mean, you, ma'am, are a powerhouse. Like,
thank you.
You absolutely are. Those earrings. I got to ask about the earrings. Are those like little levels?
Yeah, they are here. So I had these made for me.
Oh, so you got them made.
Oh, they were a gift, actually.
Okay.
From my comadre, from my really good friend, Michelle. She's a local, she's a art professional here. She works over there at San Antonio art museum, and she made those for me, and I was blown away. And it's a real level.
It's a real
So
level. Yes.
Should I ever need,
Yeah.
something.
If you're on the job and you forgot the level at home, you just get the earrings.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. I love it. Okay, so now here's the secret fans only question, Lisa. I know you've lived a very fruitful life, and so the question is based on the title of our podcast, which is Learnings and Missteps. And like Lisa, you've been around longer than anybody I've ever dated or been married to, right? And so I say that because where I'm at now in my life is a result of some real deep learning due to serious missteps, painful missteps.
Mm-hmm.
And so the question is, what is one learning that you've had as a result of a very painful misstep?
Well, I guess I'm not even too sure how to answer that, just because I feel like everything I've done was done and learned from. As funny as that's what you're asking, right?
That's exactly what I'm asking.
Let's see. I'm not even sure. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
You stumped me.
It's a tough one, huh?
Yeah, I should have prepared for that one.
Yeah, well, not a problem at all. It's clear that you have learned from the decisions that you made that didn't translate into what you expected them to be, especially the accounting degree and starting a job as an accountant, and then.
Well, the good thing is, I could say, oh my goodness, I went into debt, but I didn't, right? Because I found the cheapest university, and every semester I worked full time, and I went to school full time.
Wow.
So I turned around and I paid for school every semester, and it was only like $1,300 or $1,500 a semester because it was the cheapest university because they were trying to get their enrollment up. So I paid for every university. It took me like 4 years, but I did it, and that was only my junior and senior courses.
Right, because you went to community college, yeah.
And with my accounting business degree, I'm able to do the business side of Mastermind Plumbing, right? I'm able to do the accounting part. I'm able to do, I don't have any marketing because my word of mouth is 100% referral business. So I don't market at all. But there's so many other business tips and tricks out there that I would not have known had I not go to college, had I not learned from the people surrounding myself at that time in my life.
Yep. So I have a theory. You're a mother of 4. And in my mind, being a mother and managing a household is probably more complex than running a business.
100%. Sometimes I just work.
Yeah.
Because yes, my oldest has moved out. Therefore, I am needed to play taxi more often now. And my 16-year-old is playing club soccer, and the 2 little ones are playing soccer as well. So we have the 3 at home are all playing soccer. And a little fun fact, we were fostering for a while. For about 10, 11 months, we fostered 2 little boys.
Wow.
And they've left our house. So we've kind of gone through a little grieving period because you bond very closely taking care of someone else's kid, probably a little bit more than your own because you have all eyes on you. Yes. And I want to do more of that because I am that helping person, right? I am that I want to do more to help others. I just don't know what avenue. I'm at that point right now where I'm like, do I go more and play more of that motherly role, or do I stop and do I go ahead and proceed in my professional career and take down that road? So that's probably where I'm at in my life right now. But I am at a pause because we're in the process of buying our 4th investment property. So on top of everything else, right, being a mother and running the household and running the plumbing company and part-time working for Lone Star and volunteering my time back to the community, I also have rental properties.
Damn, girl.
That
you got it going on.
That I run and manage myself. So yeah.
So like you're just like, yeah, no big deal. Real estate, development, plumbing business, parent, volunteer.
Mom, yeah, volunteer. Where do you need me to volunteer this weekend? On my home screen of my cell phone is a calendar. And as these past probably 2 years, you would think, oh, COVID, everyone kind of is at home and closed their door, but it worked in reverse for us. People are home. People are listening to the constant drip. They're clogging up their toilet. They're using water more often. They're needing those things done.
Yes.
So our business has increased this past 2 years. Even though we stopped doing commercial work, but our residential service has increased.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Here's another hard question for you, Miss Lisa. What footprint do you intend to leave on the world?
I don't think that far like you do.
Okay.
But I do go to bed every night feeling super happy with my life. I feel like I'm being a very honest, fair person, kind, give back to the community, be generous. I don't feel like I'm ever robbing anybody when I perform a service job. I always stop to go to my kids' practices, soccer games, cook them a homemade meal every now and then. And and as long as I go to bed feeling like I did a good job every day, I'm pretty content. I don't think in those ways of, oh, let me sit here and think about when I die, what are they going to talk about at my funeral?
Yeah.
Those things don't cross my mind. Just like, for instance, right now, I'm not pondering about where I'm going to be at in 5 years. Those questions always stump me. Where are you going to be at in 10 years in your life, in 5 years? Heck, I don't even know where I'm going to be next week.
That's real talk right there, sister. Oh, yeah.
I have so many things going on in my life that 5, 10, 15 years, everything minus my retirement. That is something very important to me because I don't want to be living with any of my 4 daughters when I come to that age. I want to be able to be financially stable and mobile, which means I need to stay healthy and keep moving.
Yep.
I don't sit at a desk, and I'm glad I don't, because I feel like a body emotion stays in motion, right?
Yes.
To be active and physical. So even though I don't get to break out in my day to go work out at the gym, I do own 3 acres right south of you that I do have to go cut, trim, mow, and I call that Lisa's gym.
Yeah.
Along with digging trenches, moving 150, 200-pound water heaters from upstairs, 2nd, 3rd floor attics.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, I'm not going to the gym, but I'm exercising and I'm trying to stay healthy. And so when I lay down and it's time to go to bed and I thought, oh gosh, today was a good day. I have a lot ahead of me tomorrow. I try not to stress about it. And I'm usually out in about a good 30 seconds to a minute on a nightly basis.
Wow. So as soon as you hit the bed, boom, done.
I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
Days are fun, filled, exciting, and like 90% of the time happy. I try to be happy.
Yeah.
Do, as your sign says behind you, inspire.
Yes. That's I believe that's what we're here for, to inspire others. I love that you answered, I don't know. I haven't thought that far. And what I want the L&M family to take away from that is, if you don't have the 5-year, 10-year vision statement and all that stuff, what I'm getting from you, Lisa, is find out what makes you happy, help other people, stay mobile, and you will have an amazing life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan. You need to do that, and you will be happy.
That's true. And at the dinner table, when I sit with my daughters, it's not about you need to be this big, successful college degree person. Just be happy and independent. And I tell my, just last weekend, we were over at some friend's house, Roxanne and Edwin, and they bought a new house and they have a daughter the same age as my daughter. They're in the same grade. They're juniors and getting ready to graduate in another year and stuff. And so they pull my daughter in the kitchen and I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
But my daughter told me, they asked her, just like everybody else, okay, sweetie, you're a junior. What are you going to do when you graduate?
Mm-hmm.
And so a while back, I told her, look, she's like, I don't know. I said, I didn't know either.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you want to be happy, it's okay. Because you could be, my mother's a waitress, you could be a mechanic. You could be making $10 an hour. But if you're happy and you're content, like my 21-year-old, she works at a daycare because she loves babies, because she has that kindergarten heart. She's very sweet. She doesn't want to be in the hustle bustle out there breaking a sweat or with other people. She's happy, then that's good. I'm proud of them, because being happy, I think, means so much more in life.
Yes.
And people take that income, the money making jobs, thinking that's going to make them happy.
Negative. False. I agree 100, because I've been there. Mm-hmm. Buying all the things, the 2-car garage, the truck, the vacation, and you know what? I never got any fulfillment out of that. It wasn't until I started serving people that I found happiness. And into your 21-year-old being out there with babies, she's serving somebody. Mm-hmm. And she's content and fulfilled with her life. No amount of shiny things or TVs or cars can replace that. 100% right.
Yep, there's COs, COOs, and CFOs making bukus.
Yep.
But are they happy?
Exactly. Right.
Today was very eventful. The past 2-3 days we've been working at a house, at a custom build in the South Side, and so not only is Mauricio working, and I'm in the middle of closing on this other property here. We have a lot going on, but we still have our business to run.
Yep.
And so I've been up all late all week long. We probably went to bed after midnight. We're up at 5 to get to today's trades event.
Yep. And
it was very exhausting, but very satisfying, fulfilling. Be able to have complete young strangers, these young adults walking up and say, Miss, you need to come to my volleyball game, or you should come over to our haunted house next door. And I did. How do you say no to a 13, 14-year-old saying, I had a great time with you, even though I didn't get to talk to a lot of these kids, but they approached me. They said, come with me next door. We have a haunted house. And so when we finish this interview here, I'm going to load up my girls. They're all here, and we're going to go to their haunted house to go support them. Wow. Because that's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do. Well, I do not want to be between you, the girls, and a bunch of candy. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about? Any shout outs you want to give before we shut it down?
Probably just take a minute right quick. And I know my husband will watch. He's not here right now. He gave me some peace and quiet time because he probably would have interrupted. But, when he does watch this video, I just wanted to give him a shout out. And it really is because he allowed me to work under him and to learn from him my apprenticeship years, that I am where I am. And he's allowed me to grow and be a part of a man's world, right? Mm-hmm. Because I think there's a lot of men who are very machismo
Yes.
And even I have some friends who their spouses, their husbands won't allow them to pick up a tool. Won't allow them, let me take care of it. The oil needs a car change. Let me go put gas in your car. I'm like, oh, excuse me, I can handle that myself. And I unfortunately I've lost friends because I've shown them more than their spouses wanted them to know. Even something, as simple as we need to get you a driver's license, because there's very machismo man. And my husband, on a positive note, has been very supportive of me coming into this career path.
Wow.
Has supported me and raised me up.
Yes.
Usually when he talks about me, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, he is very proud of you. I mean, you mean the world to him.
And I'm very grateful for his support and allowing him to teach me this field, because I don't think no one else out there could have taught me as much. I know almost as much as he knows. He's a 22-year veteran in the plumbing industry.
Yes.
And lucky me, I get to teach him a lot of things now.
Nice.
And so I kind of feel kind of good about that. But he's been pretty awesome, and my family and friends who all kind of support and do all the shout outs, and they support us.
Yes.
And they support and they understand that I am a small family business. And I take my two little ones to work with me a lot because I'm homeschooling them on top of everything. Yes, I'm homeschooling my
Oh, God. Oh, wow. Jeez, girl.
So somewhere in the mornings, I kind of get a good 2 hours in with them, and I get to teach them. And then we go run supply houses, or we'll do a job or two. And we have fun. And so a lot of my clients know our family.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they spend time with them. They see them coming into their home.
A lot of our clientele have become family.
Wow.
They invite us. We've gone on trips and restaurants, and we've closed down bars and family. I have about 3 or 4 invitations to Halloween parties, and most of them are clients. And they're like, bring the kids, y'all come hang out with us, and Christmas parties and birthday parties, because our clientele have become family, and it's been great.
That's amazing. So shout out to Mauricio. He is an amazing man. He's influenced me in a lot of ways, helped me become more human than I was before I met him. And so did you, Lisa. I appreciate your time today. I'm glad I got to share the stage with you out there at the Boys and Girls Club. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the amazing things you're going to continue to do, girl.
And likewise, I can't wait to move forward and work together with you.
Yes, ma'am. We'll make it happen.
Sounds good.
Yep, that's my friend, Miss Lisa Payan. One thing that we didn't really talk a whole lot about is she and I are both from the south side of San Antonio. So it brings me tremendous joy to see her thriving as an individual, bringing and raising those 4 young ladies. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to have tremendous impact on the world. And she gets it, right? Like giving back to the community, sharing the gifts and talents that she's got to help others realize that there are options out there. I mean, damn, talk about a role model. And speaking of motivators and role models, we got to give a shout out to Miss Christine. Christine says, I like the pace of the conversation. It's not too fast or too slow. Y'all are funny and serious. Plus, every now and then you drop some slang, and that gives your podcast a human feel. Thank you, Miss Christine. I can't help but, be maybe sometimes inappropriate. And it's where I come from, and it is comforting to know that it's valued and appreciated out there. So thank you all again for listening, and we'll be getting some more coming out. Man, you are one dedicated listener, sticking with us all the way through to the very, very end. Please know that this podcast dies without you, and we invite you to share how the episode's impacting you. along with your thoughts, questions, and suggestions. You've been gracious with your time, so we added social media links in the show notes to make it super easy for you to connect with us. Be kind to yourself, stay cool, and we'll talk at you next time.